Good morning and welcome to Flack Memorial. We're glad you chose to worship with us this morning. It was nice to be out on a little vacation last weekend, and I'm thankful that Dad filled in for me, but it sounds like he did a little too much because a couple days after he filled in for me, COVID hit. So Mom and Dad are homesick with COVID, so I'm going to have to be careful how many times I leave town because the cat's away, the mice will play. Is that how it goes? All right. Well, once again, I'm glad you're here to worship with us this morning. Go ahead and stand with me as we begin with Since Jesus Came Into My Heart. What a wonderful change in my life has been wrought since Jesus came into my heart. I have light in my soul for which long I had sought since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Floods of joy o'er my soul like the sea billows roll since Jesus came into my heart. I have ceased from my wandering and going astray since Jesus came into my heart. And my sins, which were many, are all washed away since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Floods of joy o'er my soul like the sea billows roll since Jesus came into my heart. I shall go there to dwell in that city I know, since Jesus came into my heart. And I'm happy, so happy as onward I go, since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Floods of joy o'er my soul like the sea billows roll since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Since Jesus came into my heart. Floods of joy o'er my soul like the sea billows roll since Jesus came into my heart. You may be seated.
Well, good morning. Glad that you are here to worship with us this morning. I want to welcome those joining us online also. Glad that you're joining us this morning. Well, it's a Super Bowl letdown this week. Last week we were glad we won. Now it's kind of a post-holiday downswing in the emotions. So today marks the first Sunday of Lent, and there's a little blip in the folder there for you to read about our observation of Lent this Lenten season, moving forward towards the celebration of the resurrection of Christ. Top of the header there in the folder, you'll notice that the March memory verse, which is going to be our focal point in our memorization of Scripture, the John 11:35, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if he dies. And as we move towards Easter, there is a foundational statement in that memory verse about who is the resurrection and the significance of that statement. Again, 2 weeks from today, we will be here off schedule. The sun will be an hour behind us. We will spring forward on the 12th, or if you want to do it on the 11th when you go to sleep, so you don't have to set an alarm for 2 a.m. To change your clocks. Daylight savings begins on that weekend of the 11th and 12th of March. So reminder of that. Reminder in the month of March on the 24th with a blood drive here at the church. You can go online to sign up for if you want to donate blood during that blood drive here on church on the 24th from 11 to 4. Next Sunday, we help support the Good Samaritan Center here in town with our donations of non-perishable food items. We also give $100 a month out of the church budget to the Good Samaritan Pantry. So you can bring your non-perishable food items or personal hygiene items. There's a box out in the foyer on my left, your right, that you can place your donations in. And also next Sunday, we observe the Lord's table. Coming in April, just something to get your mind on it, is the Tortoise and Hare Walk here in Excelsior. Terry's going to put out a sign-up sheet for those of you who don't want to or haven't got a computer to go online and sign up. We'll have a sign-up sheet out here at some point for you to sign up, and Terry will take care of that stuff also. And notice that that is on April the 15th, which is a Saturday. So those things to keep in mind. Then Lana, Ed's mom, had several Valentine cards we sent out to those who were not able to come to service, shut-ins, and those who are homebound. And we sent out Valentine cards. And so from Earl and Mary Lou Mitchell, dear church family, Earl and I want to thank you for the card you sent. Very thoughtful of you. We miss all of you. God bless you all, Earl and Mary Lou Mitchell. And then I see Devin has an announcement. Fire away, Devin. Is green necessary? So that there will be no damage to person. Green. March 17th, we'll have our family game night here at the church. And if you don't want Devin pinching, you wear green. Okay. Okay. That's called transference. Watch out for Hannah. Okay. Glad that you're here with us this morning. If you're joining us for the first time, please avail yourself of a visitor's card outside the double doors and just drop it in the giving box. Would you stand and welcome one another to worship this morning?
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You may be seated. The next song we're going to sing is The Heart of Worship. When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. King of endless word, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours, every single breath. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the